Do you see a team that you could potentially get some value on, Paul?
Yes, I do. My favorite here is the LA Kings to make the playoffs at plus 250. They have done a number of interesting things to get stronger in the offseason, in my opinion. They added a capable scorer in Victor Arvidsson to boost their top six, a top checking center in Philip Deneau to look after the other team's offensive studs, and developed a second goalie in Cal Peterson. And that's where I want to land, because he will share the load with Jonathan Quick, and we are reminding our listeners that that point's going to be crucial in a condensed schedule with lots of back-to-back games for all teams, and there's a lot of weak combos in the Pacific Loop. The Kings will have a strong chance to advance the postseason because it's just such a weak area in general.
AJ, how about you, dude?
It's not a ton of value, but you can get the Blackhawks at plus 100. So even money here, they're in a great spot to make the playoffs. You know, they've upgraded all three positions of the ice. They get Jonathan Toews back, helping their forward group. I think Seth Jones is an upgrade on D from what they've had. And as these guys know, Marc-Andre Fleury's between the pipes, definitely going to be better than Kevin Lankinen last year. So they're my guy. But look, I'm going to double down, triple down on what has been called probably my most outrageous take from the preseason. And that's the Golden Knights to miss the playoffs at plus 900 here. This is a team that continues to ignore the center position like it doesn't matter. They're one Robin Leonard injury away from being stuck with Laurent Brossoit, who's played like 30 games the last 2 years as their number one netminder. I would not be shocked here, and I've called for the Golden Knights to miss the playoffs this year. That's my hot take of the preseason.
Yeah, wow, you may be the only one who thinks that. Everyone else expects them to dominate the division despite their trade of Fleury there. Jeff, what about you? Do you got a hot take? You got a take hotter than that?
I tell you, man, do not get on AJ's bad side here. Trading away Marc-Andre Fleury. Look what you've unleashed, Vegas. I'm just scorching from that take. I'm going to take another team to miss the playoffs. It's going to be a little bit more obvious, and it's in the Eastern Conference, and it's going to be the Philadelphia Flyers. Paul alluded to teams with weak goaltending combos. Well, how did the Philadelphia Flyers try and help their goaltending situation? They got Martin Jones, fourth last in save percentage to help out with Carter Hart. Okay. And then they signed Rasmus Ristolainen. Go ask Buffalo Sabres fans how he looks on the back end. These are two ridiculous signings, in my opinion. They're already without Kevin Hayes to start the year. They better hope Ryan Ellis turns into like Bobby Orr at some point here. I think this team is going to be just basically a walking mirage of what we saw last year. Or sorry, a mirror image of what we saw last year. Bad on defense, bad goaltending, spotty offense to say the least. And they're in a division where there's so many teams that could rise up here. The Devils, the Islanders are good. The Rangers have so much talent. The Capitals and Penguins don't regress. I don't see how the Philadelphia Flyers make the playoffs. So take them to miss a minus 125.